Hello, everyone. This is your host, Andrew Pledger, and I am a survivor of Bob Jones University. And this is Beyond BJU Exposing Fundamentalism, which is a podcast that sheds light on Christian fundamentalism in the context of Bob Jones University. The show includes survivor stories from BJU and also Bob Jones affiliated ministries like Christian day schools, camps, and churches. The podcast also explores BJU's influence beyond the school and its impact on American society. I want to thank my Patreon supporters who allow me to do this work, and if you could join my Patreon, it would be greatly appreciated. The link is in the description of every episode. But if you feel that you can't do that, then I would appreciate it if you would leave a 5-star rating on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, because this helps other listeners like you discover the show. Thank you. Hello, everyone. I am so excited to have Dr. Camille Lewis back on the show today. It's been a while since we talked. We were just catching up, but it's been amazing. But how are you doing today, Camille?
I'm doing well. Classes start officially tomorrow for me, but today is the little celebration, over the welcoming the first years. So that's cool. So it's a fun day.
Yeah, no, I thank you for fitting your schedule because I know you're so busy and I'm sure it's a lot of stress.
It's just that, busy.
Yes.
So we're fine.
Yeah. But I'm really happy to have you on to talk about your book, Klandamentalism. Oh, there it is. Yes. Which I know, like me and so many other people are so excited to see it finally come out because we know you're just so meticulous with just finding the facts. And it's incredible when Bodger is like, no. And you're like, yes, actually, like here it is.
Yeah, right. That's actually right.
Yeah. So I guess I want to start with just the title of like Klandamentalism, like how you came to pick that and what that means to you in the context of your book.
Sure. Oh, it was right at the beginning of the whole effort that I came up with the word, the portmanteau. You smash the two words together because that seemed to explain what I was discovering. And so that was about 15 years ago. And I said to my friend and editor, Joanna Smolko, I said, I don't know what to call it. And she said, call it Klandamentalism. That's what it is. Just go with it. I have lost friends over that term because people say, how dare you call it that? It wasn't that. And I'm like, no, it was that. And that means that it is a melding, an intimacy of so-called fundamentals of the faith that we repeated in the creed all the time, and white supremacy, violent white supremacy. So that's what it is. And the whole effort is a confession of what I benefited from and what I was a part of. And it's not good.
Wow. Yeah.
In any definition of good, this is not it.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with you on that.
Yeah.
And I can understand why people would be upset because there are so many, as you know, coming from Bob Jones, so many people put their identity in this system. And so then that threatens their identity. It's very interesting to see that behavior happen with that.
And there's something strange. I was thinking about this morning. They are in BJU and something bad happens. They get significantly hurt and they don't interrogate the system that upheld that hurt. You know this. And so instead they just kind of go to a different place that has the same system that's going to hurt them still.
Yes. Oh, yes. Oh my gosh. Anyway. So what is really, I thought stood out to me when the book was coming out, how like Klandamentalism is America right now. Yeah. And did you expect America to be where it is right now when this book came? No. Well, yeah.
I thought it would, honestly, I anticipated it coming out a while ago, but things happen, all kinds of things happen.
Yeah.
Publishing went through kind of a little dip when COVID happened. So everybody was scrambling. So that was part of it. But this is when it's out and it is striking how similar America is. Now, we can take Project 2025 and put it right next to the ideology of Klandamentalism and see the parallels. But it's the weird authoritarianism that we're under that feels, again, I was feeling through this morning, feels so familiar. You know, that lack of information that we're getting about Trump's health currently, for instance. And we are getting not much information, and he doesn't look healthy. Yeah. And it reminds me how we would read the tea leaves at BJU to try to figure out what was going on. It's the same thing we're doing with this. It's ridiculous. But there's just this complete lack of transparency because we, the rank and file, don't deserve that information. The authorities believe.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it is such a weird feeling coming out of that world and then seeing that rhetoric and that ideology come through again. And something I'm curious, because I know with your book, you know, you dig into the 1920s rhetoric of fundamentalism. What did it look like then? How did it express itself? And what does it look like today? Like the similarities?
That's a great question. The similarities are that it's always a single male leader who is a megalomaniac, is the word that my mother would have used. I mean, we now use maybe malignant narcissist, but that is a clinical definition. So I don't think I'm capable of making that conclusion, but he is a megalomaniac. Bob Jones Sr. was a megalomaniac. So there's a single charismatic megalomaniac who gathers with a group of younger and aspiring, striving young men, also all white. And that's his team. And everybody else needs to shut up. Let the primary person have all the glory and all the attention. Anybody who crosses that charismatic leader in any way, someone who disagrees with him in like another white male, an enemy. Any white female or black female who's opening her mouth, she's also the enemy. So that's pretty consistent. As I'm planning my book launch talk, the thing that I really overwhelmed by is how much Bob Jones Sr. hated women. He hated them. And I think I thought, obviously as a white woman, I thought, well, if I obey, I'll be okay. You're never safe in that world. I don't know that men are safe either, but I can say as a woman, and that's similar to Trump's America. It's just not safe. If you're anything that's not his little group of white young men, you're not.
Yeah.
What do we call now? I mean, cishet, white man. So.
I know, like last year I did this like episode with the Indoctrination podcast reacting to the election results and just like the next day reaction. And I remember one of the things that I said of like, sharing my perspective, like, from the IFB and Bob Jones, is that difference is dangerous, and anything that's different, they're going to get rid of. And that's what it was like at Bob Jones. That's what it's like in the IFB. And that was something that terrified me with Project 2025. And just Trump is like, anything that doesn't align with them, just get rid of it. And
literally, imprison it. And it's not, we're not in the rhetorical stage anymore. We're in the literal stage.
Gosh. And like, it's just, oh gosh, I lost my train of thought for a sec. One of the things that has also just hit me really hard is just the trying to get rid of any negative information about him. Because that's what Bob Jones was like too. Like negative information, hide it, keep it away, or dismiss it, or like this very like us versus them language towards anyone who disagrees, that very like extreme polarization. And it's just,
and the women who support him or around him, you can tell they've sold their soul, and that's just so not
not at all. And then let's see here, something I am curious, for example, I'm trying to think of the best way I guess to ask this. Maybe I'll start with this, like, what is the purpose? Maybe it might be a dumb question, but I just want to start here and see where it goes. But like, what is the purpose of, like, from your research, of Klandamentalism?
Their goal, so it's all about that one charismatic leader and his little cohort. His goal is to make it to heaven. And he thinks he's going to drag some of his followers with him, and literally like passively grab them like a baton and take them to heaven. And God will be happy with that. So anything in between doesn't matter, meaning the morality, the process, any tactic is okay as long as he, righteously makes it to heaven. So that whole thing that we were taught, well, two wrongs don't make a right, or do right till the stars fall, all that is bogus. They don't mean that. They'll do anything to make it to their goal of heaven. Anything.
I see. And so with white supremacy, then, can you explain how that became intertwined with fundamentalism and religion?
Sure. It's really thorny in a way, but I'll try to be brief. To be fair. After the Civil War in the South, there really were 4 groups of people in every state. You're from North Carolina, right? Am I remembering correctly?
Originally from North Carolina, yeah.
Okay. So North Carolina had this division. I know South Carolina's had this division, and Alabama is what I studied. There's the old money, who were the former slave owners. So we're talking right after the Civil War. So the former slave owners and their children. The new money, people that a lot of them were Northerners who were investing in the South. Then there's the working class, and they're the impoverished folks, and then the recently freed Black folks. So the recently freed Black folks, they didn't quite worry about so much in the political, even though they were a force, they just tried to silence them. As people moved from working class to the middle class, so the new money, there was an anxiety going on that the Klan capitalized on. They were, worried. I mean, they were really wanting that money because there was a lot of profit in the South because there were a lot of resources that were untapped. So they really wanted that money, and it was making them feel a little bad about what they were leaving behind. And so cling to these old ideologies where white folks were superior. I think that explains your questions. I mean, for Bob Sr. specifically, he was poor. The poverty was, we would not recognize it. He was very, very poor, and he found a way of getting a lot of money with the evangelism and, leaving behind all those myths that they told us about how he was sentimental about his family and he loved his family and he was really connected to his family. That's all myth. He was leaving them behind. And of course that created some guilt. And I think that avenue of power that he could get through the Ku Klux Klan made him feel a little more confident in his new riches. Also, he was starting new little vigilante groups in the teens before the Klan. In 1909, he started a little group that would harass soft drink vendors on the streets of Montgomery because that might give people a taste for beer, and they were immigrants. That's really it. It was really because they were immigrants, but he said it's going to, give them a taste for beer. So he called it the Law and Order League.
Oh, okay.
He was a stinger. He was always looking for something, but again, he got his money from Mary Gaston. He got his money from her, and he used it in that way.
Oh my gosh. And so something else I am curious, it's probably a quick answer, but were you able to find evidence of him being in the Klan, a member of the Klan?
Oh, yeah.
You did?
When I found it, I think it was in 18 or 19, I found it. I found the actual evidence. It's from his local home newspaper. Now, you cannot find a hood. Those are gone. Membership lists, those are gone. They were destroyed. In the newspaper in 1926 and 7, he was actively campaigning for Klansmen's run for public office, whether it was in the mayor's office or the governor's office. We know Bibb Graves.
Yeah.
He was the Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan in Alabama. Bob helped him get elected. Johnston Moore. I can't remember his first initial. He was a Klansman, and he was running for mayor, and Bob was his main campaign manager. I mean, he campaigned for him the loudest. So in all of that, when all of that was going on, the established old money folks in Montgomery were getting upset because there was a power grab. They didn't like that they were getting harangued and harassed, and Montgomery's reputation was getting maligned. So in all of this, the paper of record, as we say, in Montgomery Advertisers, their historian said, notable Klansmen, Bob Jones Sr. and Bibb Graves, are campaigning, for white violence in Alabama. So it was in the paper. I mean, it was in there several times. They repeated it. He never objected to it. So he had a lot of chances to say, no, that's not true. He couldn't say that because everybody knew it was true. So that's how I found it. And so in order to explain all of it, to explain the antagonism, I mean, I had to start from 1909 to get up to 1926 and 1927 so that she could see all the machinations.
I see. Okay.
So that's at the end of the book.
Yes, I love it.
It's the end of the book, but I had to explain it.
Yeah, no, thank you for explaining. That was something I was excited to ask about because I know people have always, especially like BJU loyalists, are like, oh no, like he just was maybe around some Klan people, but he was never in it. So it's great to like hear that out loud.
He denied it outside of Montgomery or outside of Alabama. So when he was up in Pennsylvania and there were Klansmen all around him, and he said, oh, I appreciate the Klan, but I'm not a member. When he was in Marshall, Texas, he went to a Klan meeting. In El Paso, he said he wasn't a Klansman, but he was hanging out with the Klansmen, which is kind of funny because we all know how important it was for Bob Jones to separate from people that were not him.
Yeah.
You remember how they would, you shouldn't sit on the platform with so-and-so, with a neo-evangelical. So boundaries were very important to him, but apparently not with the Klansmen. He didn't have any boundaries with those folks.
But what is also interesting to me with fundamentalism, and I know in one of our earlier interviews, like, with Bob Jones and like the doctrine of separation. Now, in my mind, since, talking to you in our interviews, I just think of it as a doctrine of segregation.
It is. It absolutely is.
Okay, so from what it sounds like, when you're talking about Bob and like this charismatic leader, having people that are just like them, following him, obedient. So it sounds like the white supremacy is an ideology that is a means to an end of just having power, white power for white people. Yeah. What are the similarities to saying that in the 1920s to everything happening with Trump and like the behaviors and the rhetoric?
The big similarity is that anybody who's not us, whatever that means, is bad. Another similarity that I'm trying to understand myself is white women, generally white women. There might be other women who feel this, but generally white women think that if they connect with this power, white supremacist power, then they'll be protected. I think that's why so many evangelical women support and vote and evangelize for, if you will, Trump. Because they think that if they have access to that power or connect or obey that power, they'll be protected. And we're seeing that right now as, children of immigrants or naturalized citizens thought, well, if I vote for Trump, I'll be safe. They won't deport me or they won't deport my family. And we're finding out that that's not happening. It's the same thing going on. It's all about that centralized authority. Yeah. None of us is safe.
No, not at all.
And I mean, we've got armed guards on the streets. National Guard is supposed to be coming to the cities. And then what's also interesting, that religion is not a guide, a check. A religion's a tool. That's also very consistent. I mean, when he had the Bible, and this is literally, he had it upside down as he was standing in front of a church during the Black Lives Matter protests in Washington, the Bible was literally a tool. I mean, if I remember what the New York Times reported, Ivanka just pulled it right out of her purse and handed it to him. Religion consistently, both Bob Jones, and they don't like me saying this, but it's true, in both Bob Jones and Trump, religion is just a tool. It's like they go out to the garage and they need a hammer, so they just take a screwdriver and start banging it. They're not using it well. It's not a good tool. They're using it backwards or weird or upside down or something, but it's not anything. There's no morality that they get from their faith. I'm sorry. I know people are going to be mad when they hear me say it, but
yes, speak the truth. Speak the truth.
They think too. Now, I don't know that Trump thinks this. He might. He probably does. But Bob Jones thinks that they own the Bible, that you can't use the Bible against them because that's their tool. No, it's proprietary. That's the word I want.
Oh, yes.
It's proprietary. So if you use the Bible, if you say Jesus said, love your enemies, no, no. Whatever Jesus said is for us. You don't get to call on that. So they're impervious to that kind of an argument or that kind of a source because the Bible's theirs, not ours. This bothers me. I might have said this before in previous conversations, but Jesus, in the 42 sermons I have transcribed from Marshall, Texas in 1924, so I have 42 sermons from two different transcriptionists or stenographers. Jesus is the subject of the sentence twice in all of those sentences. In 42 sermons over a 6-week campaign, Bob is the subject of the sentence more often. Jesus is literally their tool, their object.
Yeah.
Bob is the chief mover and shaker. Bob is the savior.
And I'm curious what ideas or maybe things you've seen as you research, how can people not see that?
Isn't that interesting? They don't. Because if you look at John MacArthur, recently passed away John MacArthur, he did the same thing. Jesus was rarely the subject of the sentence. And I know that's a weird little thing to say, but it's a clue. My friend up in Indianapolis used to tell me that if in a sermon, if you can replace Jesus with Spider-Man and it still makes sense, you're not worshiping a savior, you're worshiping a superhero. I think just kind of pass over it. They just kind of whatever. I mean, you're reading the Bible, aren't you? Well, are you? Are you really looking at it? Are you really listening? But again, it's because they think that's their tool, that's their property. And so what they do with it is fine and good. And it's not to be used against them. It's to be used by them.
Yeah.
I think that answers your question.
Yeah, I think that does. Yeah, thank you for answering that. For you, going through this process of writing this book, what are several things that you want people to be able to take away after reading the book?
Usually speech teachers, rhetoric teachers, I mean, this is for millennia, we've said this. We want people not to fall for it. Don't fall for the stunt. Don't be duped. That's the word I want to use.
Yeah.
That's what it would be. Be warned. Don't fall for this. This is not good for you, meaning the reader. It's not good for white folks. It's not good for cishet white men. It's not good for them. If you're not a cishet white man, it's certainly not good for you. You will never have anything good out of it. I don't know what good, sanctity, peace, success. I don't know what word to put there, but nothing good will come out of this. Even for the men in power. I mean, there's no peace. We know that. We know Bob doesn't, current employee sent me the opening faculty meeting. Bob Third prayed for God to stop any seditious hearts. Sedition, that's rebelling against a monarch. It's sedition. What kind of a perspective goes to sedition? Megalomania is not good for it's not good for Bob either.
No.
But, lesson.
Yeah, gosh. So with Trump and just his MAGA cults, it's a cult of personality for sure. And it's just to see it unfold and to see people still to deny the racism of it. It's still it boggles my mind.
It does me too. I guess it hurts too much to interrogate it. I remember a conversation I had fairly recently with an obvious Trump supporter. I could criticize a BJU graduate in Alabama who was supporting a child predator in Alabama. There was some And he went, so? I was like, what, how can you say that? I mean, how can you honestly say in the face of predation, how can you honestly say, so? I don't get it. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I was just, my mouth was hung open. I have a recording of the conversation. Maybe I should go back and read it.
We love it when we record conversations.
It's legal in South Carolina. It's a one-person record state. So if you are in the conversation, it is absolutely okay for you to record a conversation.
Yeah. Yes. And I wish I could be everywhere because I think people need that.
Mm-hmm.
And I know me and other people, we've recorded conversations while we've been at Bob Jones. Just as
I wish I had recorded more. It's so easy now.
Yeah, it is so
right?
easy with the phone. Yeah.
You just put it in your pocket.
And now we have other devices to have I have this incredible recorder named Plod, and it's an AI recorder and it can attach to your phone. Oh yes. PLAUD Plod. It attaches to your phone. When you get it, it has a magnet with it that goes to your phone and attaches. And you have an app that you download, you can subscribe. And so it will record on the app and it will transcribe. It will have a transcription of the conversation. And then it has AI in it that you can have all these different templates to create meeting notes, speech notes, therapy notes. And you can have a conversation with this, chat, asking questions about the transcript. Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did not know that.
I highly recommend it for anyone.
Okay. That's good. I wrote it down. Yeah. That's good.
But yeah, was there anything else that you had wanted to share about your book, Klandamentalism, and its research?
The phrase speech teachers use is symbol wise. I want us to be symbol wise because the words are not just words. They're clues.
Yeah.
And we build worlds with our words, is what I say to my students. The world that gets built within Klandamentalism is destructive. So everybody be on the alert.
Yeah. And so even with today, it's so easy to feel powerless with just everything going on. I mean, what do you feel that we can even do right now?
That is so interesting. I've been seeing conversations with other people. It feels so overwhelming. I mean, he purposely is acting in a way that's overwhelming. Yeah. They did that with us too, didn't they?
Yes.
When we left, they told us, they gave us the courtesy of having one problem that we were doing. It was everything.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing going on here. And I guess in that world, there is a sense of having to shut out all their noise to keep true to what we know is good and right and loving and kind, I guess. I mean, there are women in California, very, very white women like me in California who are putting Mexican flags on their car so that ICE pulls them over to keep them busy. Wow. And I thought about that. I have them in my shopping cart right now. I don't know if I'll actually bite the bullet because I don't know how Greenville is.
Ooh.
Maybe. But I've thought, is that something I would do? I mean, I'm wearing a button that says, "It's a beautiful day to smash the patriarchy." So those are some of the things I do.
I remember seeing online some woman, I forgot her name, she would just spend her days just tailing ICE on the road, just being around them, following them, and then trying to get away from her. And she's just bothering them.
That's awesome.
And people would just start, I don't know if she created a fund me or someone started something, but they started sending her money somehow to pay for gas to get her to keep doing that. But yeah, just those different ways of resistance and fighting against. And another question I just thought about too, I mean, with Trump, this is something just fundamentalists and the religious right, I mean, they've been working towards for decades. And now they have it. Do you think?
Yes, that's true.
How do you think they're do you think it's what they thought it would be? How are they feeling?
That's a great question, right? The dog that caught the car kind of thing.
Yes. Because for me, I'm trying to think of the similarity. It's maybe it's not, maybe this isn't quite exact, but it makes me kind of think of Heaven's Gate cults. Of course, the UFO never came, but the day that they are going out to this UFO, waiting for it to come save them, and it doesn't. And maybe it is similar enough because they want this guy to save them.
No, I think it is.
Because actually, no, sorry, I take that back. It is because they're expecting Trump to save them, but he's not going to save them.
No, he's not. I mean, the bless him.
Yeah.
Bless him. He's sick.
Yeah.
He's literally not feeling
yeah.
well. You can tell.
Yeah.
That is interesting because I think for fundamentalists, I can't speak for Trumpers necessarily, but I think for fundamentalists, they always are going to find something to be angry about, something to hate on. There's always going to be something to rage about. I mean, but you've been in the movement long enough to see how they'll shift for whatever they need to shift to be mad at something.
Yeah.
You know, I remember when we were still mad at the communists, and then it was the New Agers, and then it was the humanists were in there too, and then it was postmodernism and LGBTQ folks.
Any kind of group to hate, create that.
Now it's trans folks, right? Whatever they can do to hate on somebody. So fundamentalists will always find someone to hate.
Yes, for sure. It is interesting to me. I mean, yeah, you're right. They will always find some issue to harp against, some group of people to hate. But yeah, it is interesting to me to think of, like, I feel like each group has their own hateful behavior, hateful agenda. But I feel like this overarching goal of getting this authoritarian Christian ideology, white supremacy in America has been this goal. And now that they have it, and them not seeing, I feel like the cognitive dissonance, like,
it's got to break them.
I wonder what's
maybe. So, you know what? That's interesting because that's what happened. It's just nerd, but that's what happened in Indiana. They controlled every election, every local election, like school board. The Klan controlled every election in Indiana from 1922, I think it was, through 1930. And when it was discovered that he sexually assaulted one of his employees in a terrible fashion. Her name was Madge Oberholzer. His name was D.C. Stevenson. And when that came to light, how bad it was, Indiana was like, oh, we're out. So something's going to break the spell. Something is going to break the spell. I hope that everybody is still alive.
Yes. Yeah, I know. I feel like there's always going to be, I feel like, those mixed reactions. I feel like there will always be the people that will harp down and push harder, those that the spell will be broken, those that will like really struggle internally back and forth. I feel like between the two. Yeah. And I feel like there are those that almost like you go along because seeing the reality would be too horrific.
I think that's a big part of it. I mean, this whole Epstein thing, we know he's on the Epstein list, right? And you know, seeing how the Republicans are responding to that makes me understand now why the Grace report was nothing. Nobody cared. You know, that was a whole. I'm sorry, but
my gosh,
nothing happened, and that's because all the powers that be are predators, all of them.
Yeah.
So that it'll gets pretty dark.
Yeah, it does. It does, and oh my gosh, like even like I know like. This year has just been so hard, I know, for just all kinds of people, just dealing with the impact of this. And I look back a couple of years ago doing the Surviving Bob Jones podcast and like being like, this is what it's like.
Yeah.
Don't vote for this.
And
now it is horrible because as things are happening, I'm like, oh yeah, Bob Jones did that. Like even with, and then part of me, like in the beginning, like, and like there is still anger, but there's so much anger. I'm like, F them. This is what they wanted. And now like that just like the pain of losing your power, of like feeling like you're helpless. And then now, especially like more lately, I'm like kind of, I guess, going back to what we were talking about a little bit before, it's like, oh, they got it. And it's still not enough.
Right. It's
not enough.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we could say power is always greedy.
Yeah.
You know, I sometimes say to my students that Remember those? You may not remember. Remember those toys? They were Weebles. Weebles. They were little people, like Fisher Price little people,
Okay.
but they were round on the bottom and weighted so that they never fell down. They were little toys. That's kind of like what's, the white supremacy always writes itself and is always just fine. It'll continue. The hateful ideology is always there. I mean, we persist. I mean, the horrors persist, but so do I.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yes, very much so. So, yeah. I don't know if there's anything else you want to talk to about.
I think that covers it. You had good questions, that make this research relevant to today. So I appreciate that.
Of course. And I know it's hard to, I'm sure you have mixed feelings about the book, about I'm glad it's out there and people can read it, but I'm sure there's part of you too that might be like, oh, I hate that this is so relevant. I didn't expect it to hit so close to home right now.
Yes, it is so close. Yeah. And I'm sure you saw Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of Defense, retweeted that or whatever, reposted the Doug Wilson. Did you hear that interview with Doug Wilson? That's what I can't get over that either. When he said, women are people that people come out of it, and there we go. Women they're supposed to be passive. Oh
my gosh. Have you seen The Handmaid's Tale?
Yes.
I've seen all the seasons except the latest one.
This is really off topic. Elizabeth Moss kind of irritates me at times. I mean, she acts weird, where she does that look in the camera. You know what I mean? It's like, there's so much stop staring. The whole thing would be like 20 minutes if you stopped all that staring. But it's worth finishing. Sure. Yeah. It was supposed to be based on the second novel. Remember? Because was it Atwood? Is that the way you say?
Atwood, I think.
Yeah. She wrote a second novel.
Oh, I didn't realize this.
Like a sequel.
Okay.
And it was supposed to be kind of a transition between the previous world and the next world, if I remember correctly.
Okay, I see.
Nick turns out to be a bad guy.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry.
It's all good.
I just spoiled
it's all good.
So warn yourself. I thought he would.
It's all good. I mean, I'm not really surprised because he's trying so hard to play both sides. And they're
nobody's safe.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I'm just because I love him so much, and I've always loved the relationship that they've had, but it's so toxic. The dynamic they have. There's
some moments that are very gratifying. Yeah. So you should watch. And then watch something happy afterward. Play with your cat.
My gosh. I know, this year I've been watching a lot more comedy shows and comedy movies, just trying. I've started the Naked Gun series movies this week.
That's a good one. That's ridiculous. I love it.
I watched Airplane for the first time this week too.
Yeah, that one's terrible.
Oh god.
Wonderful but terrible. Yeah. Oh, I love it. I've just finished for the third time Superstore. That's a fun one. Have you seen that?
Wait.
It's a comedy.
Yes, I've seen it all the way through once. Yes.
Okay.
That's really good.
That's cheerful.
Oh.
That's gratifying.
Yeah.
And I like that one.
Yeah. Right now it's been a rotation of I love the nanny. Oh my god.
Good though. That's good. So you got to have something like that. Yeah. It's healthy, I think. I think it's healthy.
Oh my gosh. Yes, me too. But yeah, I'm ready to dig into updates on Bob Jones, unless there's anything else.
Okay. Ooh. Yes. So they have elected, if you will, chosen a new president. As of August. Well, I think it was July 1 that he was official. Bruce McAllister, who graduated in 1977 from BJU, and he is very old school. They think he will accommodate all the sides and bring all the parties together. I've listened to his announcement speech, and I've listened to and transcribed his opening meeting, and he says things like, he actually said, we're going to make BJU sparkle again.
The funny part of me is okay, that's gay. Why are you saying that? Right. That's really not. Right?
It's so damn no. They do that so much. So BJU's going to sparkle again. And even if it's employees, faculty, put mulch down. So, yeah, they'll have the employees and the students, I guess, have a work day on campus.
Oh, well.
But
yeah.
so the number of freshmen that showed up for their class picture last Friday was 404, which is exactly the number that showed up last year. So take that for what it is. They were hoping for 550 for the budget.
Oh.
So there's, yeah.
Oh, well. Oh,
Yeah, right.
yeah.
Then, also, as of last night, they had to close now Sunday for air quality problems.
That dorm.
They were getting it ready for students to move in, female students, obviously, to move in. They did some sort of a test, air quality test.
Yeah.
And it shocked the testers how bad it was.
Oh.
Now, this was last night. The RAs were already in the dorm. Students were going to arrive today. Yes, because the evangelistic meetings are tomorrow night. So the students were going to arrive today, but they had to distribute the RAs to other dorms, which they're empty enough that there's plenty of room.
Yeah.
The dorm supervisor had to move off campus.
Oh, wow.
It's that bad.
Wow.
She couldn't even stay there. Wow. What else did I hear? I mean, that was yesterday. That's pretty much the big news. So Bruce is trying. He claims that Josh Crockett Bruce McAllister is the president. He claims that Josh Crockett is going to have like office hours.
Okay. Why Josh? Like, what was that? Like,
right. I think they thought Josh would appeal to the young folks. And I think that's why they originally picked him. It was between Bruce and Josh.
Oh, I see.
But Josh, they should have known. I mean, Josh, all of us it's just not his thing. That kind of CEO kind of schmoozing is not his thing. They should have known that. Duh. But, so he's going to hang around.
Okay. Huh. Or,
whatever.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. And so, like, I'm curious, like, did Bruce dig into it all how they're going to make BJU sparkle again, besides like there's the surface?
I have the changes in the rule book, and I'm just comparing. Let me see if I can find it. Here it is. I'm just comparing last year's book to the student handbook to this year's student handbook. Okay. They now say that you cannot wear earbuds as you're walking around campus.
Oh my God.
It says, here's what it says. While you are welcome to use your headphones and earbuds when studying on campus or in your residence hall or exercising, you will be expected to remove them whenever you are walking about on campus during class days. This expectation is conducive to creating a community in which we live, where we are and prioritize the people around us. This rule was eliminated. Students are not to attend a movie of any rating in a public theater during a semester in which they are enrolled. This includes one away from campus, Thanksgiving, etc. They have now specified that Covenant Eyes is that nanny that they're going to use. This was added. The whole finger widths is still there, but then the backs, they added backs no lower than the top of the bra line for women.
Oh, I see. Yeah, for people listening, like the fingers with the shirt, and yeah, I know a lot of it's all good. I know there are people out there who are like, what are they talking about? Even though we know from that world, but yeah.
They eliminated this phrase that pants and skirts should approach the knee. They eliminated that. They added no visible undergarments due to cut, sheerness, or fabric or tightness of fit. Pants are now allowed to art a series for women.
Oh. Really?
But they should be 2 inches. Listen to this. They should be 2 inches above the ankle or longer. I think that's weird because what I'm wearing now wouldn't fit, which is fine, but whatever.
Yeah.
They don't say business casual anymore.
Oh, what do they say?
They say class dress at BJU is conservative to communicate that we take academic coursework seriously in a manner that is consistent with the value we place on education. So they just eliminated business casual.
Okay.
Athletic attire for women has changed. No shorter than 4 inches above the kneecap. For men, a clear cheek line a neckline must be established and maintained. Yes.
Okay.
And I don't know. The neck must be clean shaven below the neck.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay. I know. Isn't it weird to say all this? Men's class attire is they just eliminated the word business casual. Oh, this was added for men. No flannel shirts.
Oh, no.
Isn't that
We
funny?
love the flannel shirts.
Isn't it
They're
funny?
collared shirts. We would always, like, if they say collared shirt, we're like, okay, flannels, like, we'll do that. And then now they're just
Yeah.
like, oh, gosh. Okay.
And they added back that athletic shoes for men had to have backs. So no Crocs or Slides or whatever.
Goodness.
And then the men, the shorts shouldn't be no shorter than 4 inches above the kneecap. They say nothing about shirts, though. You don't have to wear shirts for athletic attire.
See, that's what they don't think about, all the people that will, like, play around the rules and find the loopholes. And
Right. Oh, and now the curfew is changed. They just say by curfew. They don't specify what the curfew is.
Okay.
And you have to remain in your residence hall until 5 a.m. Oh, it looks like seniors can no longer use video chat technologies in their rooms.
Oh, I wonder why.
Is that funny? So that's it. I'm sorry. That was long.
No,
but
I love the updates on the It's so.
I went by, paragraph by paragraph. So.
Oh no, because it's funny because when you're talking about the earbuds, I remember when I was there when they lifted the earbud rule of when people were allowed to walk around with earbuds. I remember that being such a big deal, and even then, I was like, "Y'all aren't going to keep this long." Like, I was like, "Why even?" It's like the breadcrumbs, like giving people the breadcrumbs, and then just like taking it back. I'm just like, what? It's so ridiculous.
So, I mean, women can still wear pants to class. It doesn't look like there's much sparkle.
No.
That he's imposing. But,
no.
That's now. Give him time.
And like something else I want to dig into. I know there was also a sexual abuser with the BJU camp. I don't know if you want to dig into that.
Okay. Employee's name was Stephen Werner Kopp, Kopp, and he was arrested and let out on bail for allegedly sexually assaulting, I believe is the term, some kind of putting a child at risk under 16. He was fired in January 24.
Ooh.
The arrest happened after, so they knew it was coming. He was in charge of the camps.
Yeah.
So all of them, and the after-school program for the high schoolers. Yeah. So, I mean, he was a university person and an academy person. And I heard about this from an academy mom who said, "Hey, have you heard about this? They have not talked to us about this at all." The mom heard it from her kids. I mean, the students always know way more than anybody else. So that got around, and her kids told her, and she told me what's going on. And that's when I found it, alerted it, put it on Reddit, and Fitz News caught it. And once, I don't know if you've ever, and once Fitz News got it.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. So they claim that it didn't happen on campus. I mean, this is what they claim. It didn't happen on campus and that no students were put at risk. But the thing is, if you don't announce this, you don't know if maybe other children were at risk. Perhaps in this one situation, there were no children at risk. I understand, but you got to alert at least the parents.
Yes, you do.
If you don't tell the kids, you've got to at least tell the parents.
Yeah.
So my friend was really upset, and I don't blame her. I mean,
gosh,
she was really upset. So I don't know when the trial or anything. I don't know when that's going to happen. Usually when there is a school arrest, the media hears about it immediately.
Yeah.
This is what's suspicious. This did not get to the media.
Yeah.
So it was a year and a half that nobody knew about it till, the rumors start flying.
Oh, God.
And I look it up. So somebody in the police office did not tell the media. Is my
that's not a surprise. No, in Greenville.
No, it's not a surprise.
Oh gosh. And
Yeah.
so, like, really, like, looking back on the Grace report and then to this situation, like, what was BJU's response, you feel like?
Well, it's defensive, meaning once it got public, then it's defensive. No, we didn't do anything wrong. That's, they immediately go to that. We own morality. We own the righteousness. So you have to be incorrect. We didn't do anything wrong, even though we all know
And
better.
it's so frustrating to hear, like, oh, like, it happened off campus. Like that is just, all right.
Okay, right. Okay.
All right. Okay. And
yeah,
I know too, I was looking at your blog. I forgot their names. It was like this couple that was.
Aldrich Chorbajian.
Yes. If you want to dig into that.
So Myron Chorbajian was this 1977 ministerial grad. So he graduated with Bruce McAllister. And he has been very active in the local GOP, in the local homeschooling community. And he got a lot of attention when he and his wife adopted a set of brothers and sisters. And he was arrested this summer for like 30 charges that are really, and he did not get bail. He's still in jail.
Okay,
he and his wife for sexual and attempted murder.
Oh, wow.
Some really horrific, and child abuse.
Wow.
Really horrific. So, and it makes you look back at all the things that he got attention for over the years, like when they adopted those kids. Anyway, we failed. Greenville failed a great deal with that. But there were obviously alarm bells going off, I think. If you read some of those newspaper reports, there were alarm bells going off that week.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, goodness. And I feel like, too, like, I don't remember which interview it was, but it's like, when you're in the Bob Jones world, it's like no one in that can do wrong. It's the outside world. Right. And if someone does...
all the wrong is out there.
Yes. And it's just, I mean, there's so much more to even dig into that, but it is so heartbreaking when those things come out, and especially such horrific cases.
And it's the same thing with the Jeffrey Epstein stuff. Well, of course it's, whoever is not us, whoever, it's got to be their sin. Now it's pretty prolific sins, crimes.
Yeah, crime. Yeah.
Gosh, it's crime. There's a lot of predation.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of a better note. I'm trying to think of a better way to end this episode. I'm like,
right, flesh. Well, I guess it's not the horrors persist, but so do I, right? That's not what you want. What do I have here? Do I have anything? Most of it's sarcastic. I don't know. It's got the spell has to break soon. It has to.
I feel like when it does, there'll be communities, I think, that will, there are communities coming together now, but I think there'll be communities that are coming together and will continue that will pick each other up, pick the pieces up.
I hope so. Gosh, I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Yeah.
I'm
with you.
Well.
All right. Well.
Thank you so much.
It's a beautiful day to smash the patriarchy.
Yes, There's one. There's one. Well, yeah.
Anyway, it's always good talking to you, Andrew.
Yes.
And enjoy that kitty cat.
It's always great talking with you too. And thank you for taking the time. And just thank you.
All right, sure.
Thank you for your book. I just want to congratulate you again with it, because I know.
Thank you. And thank you for asking me and helping me amplify.
Of course. You're so welcome.
Appreciate you always.
Oh, I appreciate you too. All right. We'll keep in touch. Thank you for coming on the show.
All right. You take care. I will see you around.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Beyond BJU. My Patreon supporters allow me to do this work, and I'm so grateful for them. If you could join my Patreon community, it would be greatly appreciated. But if you feel you cannot do that, if you could give the podcast a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, because this helps other listeners just like you discover the show. Thank you.